go ahead and retweet it because we are about to continue. Losers Quarters. How fitting that it's a Pokemon battle.
Oh, yes.
IPK versus Machiavelli. This is going to be big.
This is going to be big.
Ivysaur versus Lucario. Oh, man. I remember when he was just a little Bulbasaur. My jerk rival decided to pick a fire type.
I did. I picked up fire type.
Oh,
Charmander,
yeah.
let's go.
See, I was always a Squirtle man myself whenever it came to starter Pokemon, but I digress. No one picked Bulbasaur except Machiavelli, and he's definitely been putting in the work. He's leveled up, and this Ivysaur is a thing of beauty, but will it be enough to contest with the legendary IPK, that Lucario, world-renowned to be the best in the world?
Oh, yes.
Been repetitive, but man, I just don't know what's a better title to really give him.
He really is the quintessential Lucario. He makes this character work so well, and that's exactly the reason why he got famous, is some of those spikes, some of those crazy finishes with this character.
Throws him straight to the blast zone. Machiavelli. Man, how do you even recover from a moment like that?
Like this. Let's see what he has in neutral. If he can keep using those Vine Whips and just keep IPK at bay and not allow him to really get any of those hit confirms, and just box him out, he can create some quick percentage and eventually take him off the stage. However, IPK is so good at moving in. His neutral is phenomenal. Just sure you can straight into jump cancel and doesn't get really anything else off of it, but is still feeling this neutral, still trying to open him up.
IPK
Like that.
gets the grab. Ooh, not going to be quite enough to KO off the top. Going to take a little bit more damage.
Machiavelli does a good job of, once he retains control, he keeps using up air to push himself further and further down.
And look at Machiavelli.
Tech chase.
Look. Oh, look for him in the skies. But I was going to say be sure to look anytime he has a good amount of distance between himself and IPK. He's going to be charging up using that photosynthesis just to recover some HP while simultaneously charging the solar beam, which, by the way, is fully charged right now. You can tell by that glow.
Yeah. And then he has that final flash on deck. I mean, if IPK can come in there and read that roll like he did last time and eventually just use that side B to punish, that command grab is so crazy in neutral.
It's just so fitting we're playing this match right off the start at Pokemon Stadium 2.
Oh, it's phenomenal. Oh, gosh. Goes in there. That was perfect shielding and going into that dare. IPK is really trying to build the damage here. I want to see Machiavelli come in here and start dictating this neutral.
Machiavelli, ooh. That whiff is going to cost him. Not quite a KO, though. Not sure what happened there, Neptune.
Well, let's see if Machiavelli can keep pushing in here using those Vine Whips. He's doing a great job of just poking at him. However, not getting a ton of mileage off of it and not getting the conversion he needs to finish off the stocks here.
That's very unfortunate. Maybe a solar beam setup?
Yes, final flash. And there he goes. Set that man to Mars off the top.
Has a little bit of time, regains a little bit of percentage, but man, at 130%, he has to be so cautious.
He really can't make a mistake here. If he gets caught even by that command grab, I think he can possibly have IPK pump it with Aura and eventually finish him there.
That being said, one thing that Ivysaur excels at is getting those early percentage KOs. I can't help but think of flashbacks to watching Jay-Z play. He'd be so renowned at that early percentage, that off-stage gameplay. But can Machiavelli do it? It's a little bit out of his style. He's more of a reactive rather than a proactive sort of player. He might need to make a couple of changes if he wants to take this set from IPK.
Wow, good stuff using those whips. Trying to see if he can take him off the top, but while he's waiting for IPK to get back down to the stage, taking the time to charge up a little bit more.
As that solar beam fully charged. Oh.
Not pulling the trigger just yet, but that's a constant threat that IPK now has to be aware of. It's very important to have resources that your opponents really need to consider, because that gives them sometimes that extra bit of memory that they don't have to think about the rest of the other decisions.
I think Machiavelli is trying to end this stock without using the solar beam. That way, whenever it comes down to stock 2, he'll have that solar beam on deck. He can maybe get an early KO with it off of a nice setup, and afterwards it'll be one stock apiece.
He needs to figure out something soon, whether he pulls the trigger or not.
Seed Bomb.
Okay, the Seed Bomb takes him. He does have 60% on him. How is he going to start building up the percentage and get the setup into Final Flash? Machiavelli here trying to use his threats, use his distancing, and box IPK into the corner, and hopefully not overextend and get punished with it.
He can't necessarily go and charge anymore. He can't recover any more HP because of that photosynthesis. And man, that fully charged solar beam actually may have cost him a little bit there.
It did, because he did not use it and then he never got a chance to really finish off the stock. He took so much damage in the process of not using Final Flash that he eventually lost that game because of it. But it's okay. As long as he learned something from the game, that makes it all worth it. Remember, first round's data. So as long as you can understand your opponent, game their tendencies, and figure out ways to counter their mentality, then you can take a loss. That's fine. So let's see what he changes and what he uses in this matchup.
Oh my god, this is the music from Mario Kart 8, isn't it?
I don't know.
It might be. It sounds very similar to it. I'm having a nice little nostalgic moment of playing MK8 with my roommate Marcelo. Shout outs to Marcelo, who's somewhere in Germany right now for that study
Big
abroad.
shout outs to Marcelo. Dude. He was a super homie when I met him.
Oh yeah. But anyways, we gotta start talking about these two homies, both of them being California residents. I'm sure they play together all the time.
This is some good stuff that we're seeing from Machiavelli, taking the time to charge. If he says, yo, IPK, you're not going to approach me? That's cool. I'm going to go get some charges. I'm going to chuck some of these Razor Leaps. I'm going to get that photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis. Oh, not finding the up air. Machiavelli was just a tad too high. Barely clipped with the Razor Leaf. That was cute. But that was a nice perfect shield, though.
Ooh, flips him. Gets all the pumps he can out of it. He's at Starbucks asking for those extra ones. And where is those extra movement? He's using Aura Sphere canceling to kind of force the recovery off of those moves and make things a little bit safer. And whenever he's not doing that, he's still retaining charge for the ball to come out there.
He has a little bit of distance, charges up that Solar Beam, has IPK off stage, but he didn't have enough time to get out that bear.
Interesting, tried to use down B and then approach and then use up tilt, but right now Machiavelli's not having any of it, doing a good job of maintaining this percentage and keeping it fairly close. Who can get into the next kill option? And there it is, Machiavelli using whips straight into that up air and then taking him off the top.
This is the first stock, and he already has Solar Beam available. That is huge.
He now has a threat that he can keep on deck, ready to go for whenever he gets IPK to those higher percentages. And now he loses it.
No. He still retains it. He still retains it. He still retains it.
You're right.
It's similar to Wario's Waft.
Oh, okay.
Works in a very similar fashion.
Well, let's see if he can get back up here. Good stuff using the tether recovery and then forcing his way back onto the stage. And that's excellent aerial presence that we want to see. Racking up quick percentages. See if he can move in here. Good stuff with the Razor Leaf into the up. Oh my goodness, what a setup.
The classic.
Gosh.
I know Jay-Z, he loves that setup. Just a simple dash attack into it.
Can we please modify the game so every time that goes off, I hear Vegeta say Final Flash? That'd be phenomenal.
Yo, Lunchables, you listening? I mean, he's not because he's in the crowd watching right now.
I would.
But he'll watch the VODs.
He'll
watch the VODs.
Oh, comes back onto the stage here and gets a little bit more of that photosynthesis. And then he's going to continue to follow up here. He's trying to maintain this control and doing a great job of using Razor Leaf in neutral so that he can get that approach or stop IPK from approaching and then follow up on his terms.
He's able to confirm the KO. And I honestly liked the little things that we saw in that last talk. Shooting that bullet seed straight up and then coming in with that up air, slamming straight down, covering so much of the ground that IPK had to work with. It's really creative play right now from Machiavelli. That's really helped him secure this lead. Ooh, another nice power shield from IPK. Has a little bit of stage control, but he needs to get some hits in to build up more aura.
Oh, fantastic using that Tatsu and finish off the stock there. But 25% is what's differing between the two of them. Let's see how he moves in here. Doesn't. They're both trying to feel each other out, figure out that next hit that they need. And what a commitment. Reading that Razor Leaf coming in, and there's the down beat from IPK. And here comes all the damage. Everyone's going in. It's a knockdown, drag out.
Nice, shielding right through the Razor Leaf once again, but Machiavelli gets the Vine Whip. Sweet spotted. Not going to be quite enough. Lucario being a legendary Pokemon after all. It's going to take more than that, man.
Oh, he's retaining those charges. He's trying to see if he can keep going on that photosynthesis. Now, we're trying to see if he can control the space with neutral using these Razor Leaves here.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see a dash attack from Machiavelli right now.
Wow. IPK is really using that down B, really trying to force his way in, and that side B as he jumps up, immediately catching him, throwing him into the ground, trying to force tech chase opportunities. But that seed, that takes him.
Perfect. He drops off of the edge, uses that disjointed hitbox from the back air, clips him, and then sets him up for that seed. The seed sets up for the up smash, and it's curtains for IPK stock. Boy, look at this adaptation that we've seen from Machiavelli. This has been working out so nicely for him, but he still has to secure this final stock.
Machiavelli here sitting pretty with that one stock lead. He's sitting closer towards the triple digits here, but IPK still needs to make a good hit confirm into a kill. Versus Machiavelli, who has a lot less worries on his mind. He's just worried about getting free percentage right now. He has an extra stock in the tank, ready to go. Caught him with the final flash, and takes him off the top.
That solar beam. That solar beam.
One apiece, man.
I love all the setups. I love it so much.
He's got him on lock. That
All
was
on
really good. That was really good.
Machiavelli on the board. You don't need a legendary always.
No.
This is Ash just being like, you know what? Bulbasaur's got this. Or sorry, that would more likely be Red.
Yeah,
Red would be the
Red.
one. You know what? Bulbasaur's got this. Well,
Oh, wow.
actually, would he though? Because Red like always opts for Charizard.
Does he?
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, man. He always opts for Charizard. Ash is like honestly like the worst trainer I've ever seen in my entire life. He's awful. He's so bad.
You had a Charizard and you let it go. You had a Butterfree and you let it go.
I let it go. Even okay, I don't understand letting go of Tauros because it's Tauros. Let's be real, but still. But still, man, how you gonna feature Pokemon
How
now?
you do all this work and
That
like
got
you
dark.
could be like you want to be the best Pokemon master and you just how you gonna do that if you don't have any Pokemon? Come on,
I'm just gonna take my Pokemon and I'm just gonna throw them away. That's all. Here we go. Game number 3, tied at 1 apiece, and IPK starting off really strong. Beautiful string so far. Oh man, I would not have been surprised if he throws him off the cliff. Goes instead for a Tatsu, and Machiavelli finds himself at near triple digits in under 20 seconds.
We go 0 to 100 real quick. And honestly, you're seeing IPK really repping that right now. He's trying to finish this man off as effectively as possible.
I mean, I think the expressions that Ivysaur has whenever you have a big, strong hit that launches them towards the blast zone perfectly conveys the feeling that Machiavelli is feeling right now. I know that there is no commentator cam right now, but you'll see. I'll point it out next time.
Okay, seeing if he can use these aerials to just kind of keep spacing out on Machiavelli. The combo game is really good because Machiavelli's not getting the chance to really slap him out and zone IPK to that mid-range game, that mid-range poke game that he really wants. Versus IPK just pushing into his chest and continuing that combo game. He's doing such a good job here, and now he's trying, as soon as you see Machiavelli gaining a little bit of distance there, using that Razor Leaf, trying to zone out IPK, he's getting those additional charges.
Wow.
But he's getting taken off the top so quickly.
It's
He might not
funny.
even have Final Flash ready to go before he even before this game's over.
That's very well said, and I think that a smaller stage might actually be a contributing factor to that. The fact that no matter where he goes, it feels like IPK has a hitbox waiting for him means that he's not going to be as comfortable charging up that photosynthesis. But that up air, not only does it give him a little bit of charge, it secures the stock as well.
Excellent job coming back onto the stage, grabs on. Every moment Machiavelli gets, he's pumping for photosynthesis. He really wants to negate all this extra percentage that he's picking up that gets racked on so easily by Lucario. Doing an excellent job of dash dancing here. Both feeling each other out. Great job using the down tilt to pop up Machiavelli, and now he has to force himself back down onto the stage, giving time for IPK to do things like charging up on his aura sphere.
Machiavelli, I think he's really trying to find some early percentage KOs, throwing IPK right off of the stage instead. Probably trying to clip him with something like a forward air.
Oh, nearly clipped him with that back air.
No, that's forward air.
Oh, excuse me.
Very tense moment right now. Machiavelli playing so careful at those triple digits. He's seen how quick IPK has just decimated those stocks. And wow, that disjointed hitbox really came in handy there.
That is not the first time that we've been seeing it, and that's been a defining thing of the matchup, is that IPK waits and waits and waits for Machiavelli and to do those Razor Leafs and to do those down Bs instead. But there, Machiavelli saying, you know what, it pays off. All my zoning pays off because I eventually get one of these kills.
Can he get another one, though? Another Solar Beam ready to go would be a huge factor in this game. It might, in fact, be just what he needs to bring this back to even stocks.
Let's see what he can do back in neutral. IPK holding the stage, trying to see if he can move in here. Waiting through these Razor Leaves, eventually putting hands on him and trying to see if he can make the most damage possible.
Look at IPK, so content with just taking center stage. He says, okay, no problem. I'm winning right now. You have to approach me.
He knows it very well where he sits.
He's just always ready to contest. He's putting himself in a place where Machiavelli doesn't feel comfortable even trying to charge that solar beam.
Oh my god.
When did he get it charged?
He got another one.
So sneaky.
And he's already working on the next one.
Can he do it?
I mean, I definitely believe he did it within that one stock. He can do it again. But he also has to worry about another threat here. Him sitting in the triple digits. IPK doesn't need much off of hit confirms to really finish off this stock.
But can he confirm? Can he do it? He finished it last time with a forward smash, if I remember correctly. But the problem with Lucario is that he sometimes struggles with finding something that can KO consistently. He usually goes for down tilts to set up to those, correct?
Yeah, down tilts into back airs, or even taking them off the top, even taking them with Tatsus and whatnot. So expect that, or even raw forward smash. We've seen IPK just use those whenever it comes to edge guarding. Whoa, there it is, off the top.
Quick. That up air. Putting Machiavelli on his tournament game.
Wow.
This is rough. This is rough. He needs to win 2 in a row to take this set back. I don't know if he can. I mean, just looking at him, he just seems a little bit frustrated. And at the same time, though, he's done a good job of kind of frustrating IPK from time to time. You know, those solar beams are another thing that really hurt your mentality from time to time. Because it's like, okay, I'm winning, I'm comfortable, I'm comfortable, I'm comfortable. What just happened? What just happened? How did I lose this stock so quickly? And the fact that Machiavelli has perfected all of these setups into that solar beam to get it off of a seemingly unfollow-upable hit. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. And it's something that IPK is certainly going to consider as we go to what could be the final game on Pokemon Stadium 2.
This has been kind of a theme here that we're seeing is IPK kind of gets this really early lead and continues to kind of work with it. That's the same tempo we saw of games that he's won in the past. So I'm curious to see how he works with it because he's fighting to come back here. Manages to make it back. Machiavelli having these fantastic moments where he pushes IPK off so fast and effectively, but still back to neutral. And now both of these guys have really torn a hole into each other.
I'm just confused as to why Machiavelli wasn't able to secure that KO when he needed to. I thought he'd just hang on to the ledge, but IPK ends up somehow making it back. Up air, however, is going to take the first stock. And what was it that you said about IPK earlier? He's one of those players that kind of plays with his heart on his sleeve. He does very well from ahead. Let's see how he does from behind.
Yeah.
He's able to tie it up, which is good. But look, the glow means that that solar beam is already ready to go.
And it's very easy for Machiavelli to just have these setups where he pops them up and then just sends them right into that solar flare. And the thing is with that, he has so many pop-ups and different ways to set it up that it becomes now a constant threat for IPK. He has to always have this in the back of his head whenever he sees that glow. And Final Flash is definitely not a joke, especially when you start creeping into the triple digits.
Very well said, Neptune. Man, it doesn't even need to be the triple digits for him to KO with that solar beam.
Yeah.
You can even look for it, I think, probably within the next 20% or so.
That's super scary, right?
That's so scary. It's so scary because right now he has IPK has Machiavelli at such a high percent at almost KOs, but doesn't quite do it. That was the face that I was talking about beforehand. That face right before he started recovering. That's how Machiavelli was probably feeling going into this match. But let's see what he can do. Oh,
wow, the Tatsu.
Utilizing that burst movement so efficiently. Beautiful, beautiful work from IPK once again.
Good choice of using these tools to zone out IPK. Wow. Nearly getting punished on that whip, on that forward tilt. Ooh. Mistimed it there. If he was a little bit, maybe he was a little bit farther out, he would have hit him.
And look at him. So solid with those vines. Coming in with the back airs once again. IPK, ooh, tried to continue his combo, but we saw a quick up air from Machiavelli instead. Crouching down, going for those down tilts. That disjointed hitbox, it has some great coverage on the ledge, and I think that Machiavelli is using it just to stuff out the recovery along with the back air. Nice angle. That was excellent adaptation. He avoids the bear and somehow has enough time to sneak back onto the ledge. Can he take another stock?
Let's see if he can. Let's see if he's going to push himself back on here and uses that Razor Leaf. Oh my goodness. Where's the grab? No. Instead, double taps on him. Pushes him further out. Oh, wow. He's just pressuring at his shield, saying, come on, open up, open up.
He's trying to just land a hand on him. He knows that he can set up for so many nice things, including that up air. We've seen him consistently end stocks with that up air. Let's see if he can continue on with some of this that he's been really coasting off of. Nice, 31%, but it's nothing for IPK, who gets him off with a quick fair. Ooh, that was so brilliant. IPK utilizing that burst movement, gets the up tilt. Man,
Oh, that
excellent play overall.
Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff. He's doing good opportunities to push here and try to box out even further off the edge. That's where things can get really powerful, because you have Ivysaur, who has these unique meteors where he pushes herself down on top of her opponents and then pushes them into the blast zone.
So funny. Machiavelli threw out the Razor Leaf and then hit with a down smash, and the Razor Leaf actually kept IPK on stage. Funny for us to watch, but very unfortunate for Machiavelli. He, however, does have IPK pinned a bit to the corner, along with that Solar Beam ready to go.
Wow, and there's the back air that we love with this character. So good at the knockback, as well as the amount of space that it pushes and controls. It's really, really cool.
I think he's going to need to take out this stock within the next 10% if he wants to stay in this match. I'll be honest. Even though he has that Solar Beam, I'm worried that he might get to too high of a percentage to really even have the chance to play.
Well, great DI there allows him over a little bit longer. He's waiting. He's waiting. He was so scared for that charge forward smash. If he came up at the wrong time, that would have been it.
Using that forward air to punish. Razor Leaf forcing the get up from IPK. Ooh, and IPK, he's not charging another forward smash. He's saying, you need to come on this ledge one way or another, and I will be right here. If I'm not controlling center stage, you're going to be eating a hitbox.
Oh my goodness, the pressure.
There is a lot of pressure right now on Machiavelli. He knows that he needs to somehow take 2 stocks from IPK just to continue on in this set.
How is he going to do it? Let's see if he can move in here. He does need to make something happen. This is the approach is his responsibility right now.
Oh, look at him. It's definitely a war of attrition at this point, as we are coming down to about 2.5 minutes remaining. That was big. He still has the Solar Beam available.
Oh, this is so scary.
Do it.
This is so, so scary. If Machiavelli can do this, we will be going to game 5.
That's the grab. Good start. Oh, if he had maybe landed another aerial there, he could have been in an even better spot. But he still regains stage control.
Oh, pushes his way back on, uses the down B, gets him up on the top, and that is going to be enough to take him off the side. What fantastic play from Machiavelli. But gosh, IPK repping his character, repping SoCal so effectively.
Yeah. Excellent play by both players. That was a great Pokemon battle. But now,
oh gosh,
we're on